Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Bo. I'm back with some truth and facts, and I'm joined by two people here. One of them, of course, is my colleague. Shout out to the movement, everybody that's moving with us, and also 3kingsboxing.com. And my colleague is also a writer for 3kingsboxing.com. Big Cool from Colossal Sports TV. What's going on, man?
Hey, what's good, man? Glad to be back on. Appreciate you having me on, as well as you, Regis, taking time out of your busy schedule to join us tonight.
Yep, cool, bro. Thanks for having me.
Hey, Regis. Now, Regis, do you see that? I didn't even introduce you. You see, this is why you can't do stuff with black folks. I didn't even introduce you.
My bad, man.
I didn't even.
Oh,
This is why you can't do
my
stuff
bad.
with black folks. It's all good. I'm just messing around. Yeah, of course, we have the WBC interim champion, Mr. Regis Prograis. What's going on, Regis?
I'm chilling, man. Just enjoying the day right now. Memorial Day with the family, with the kids. I'm actually sitting in the hot tub right now, so
I'm jealous as hell. I'm jealous as all outdoors. All right, so my man Big Cool has some questions he want to ask you, man. So I'm gonna pass it over to Big Cool. Let him ask you a couple questions, and I jump in toward the end. We ain't gonna make this long because, as always, we definitely appreciate you taking time out for us. And I always love telling this story. Out of all the boxing names that I get wrong, Regis is the only one I get right because he literally made me say his name several times till I said it right.
So yeah, you gotta make sure everybody kind of butcher my name. So yeah, you gotta, for a long time people been butchering my name. So I gotta make them say it right now.
That's right. All right, Big Cool, go ahead, man. The floor is yours.
All right, Regis. We all know that you destroyed Julius Ndongo in the second round to win the WBC interim junior welterweight title. And we all thought that you would be facing Jose Ramirez next, but apparently, your promoter Lou DiBella, along with you, decided that it would be best, I guess, to enter the World Boxing Super Series tournament. Was that something they had to persuade you to do, or you were just like, you know what, it makes sense long term to kind of continue to build up your name and drumming more interest in you in that fight down the line? How did that come together?
Well, with the boxing super series, I was actually gonna play. I was already planning on that. No matter what they told me, I think they told me about that probably before the Julius Ndongo fight. They were saying, about the most likely it's gonna happen. It wasn't finalized yet, and I was just like, of course I want to go into it. But with the whole Ramirez thing, I was just actually talking about this with my trainer. He's here too, and we were saying that. So with the whole Ramirez thing being mandatory, they wanted to fight in August, So of course we was like, no, we can't fight in August because we're gonna fight in September or October. That's when the World Boxing Super Series starts, and of course that's a better opportunity. It's way more money, and it's gonna be like a year period. It's gonna be way more money, and it's gonna be two belts. Now, if I wanted to fight Ramirez, they said, and like I said, Bob Arum is a very, very intelligent and smart man. So he would say, all right, well, we'll fight you in August. But they already knew, that it kind of, I guess it kind of got leaked out that, I was already going to fight in the World Boxing Super Series. So, of course, I can't fight in August if I'm going to fight in September. So we wanted to fight Jose Ramirez in July. And they said, no, we want to fight in August. And I was just, so we was kind of going back and forth on that. And then they offered me this fight. I'm fighting July. I'm actually fighting July 14th in New Orleans at the UNO Arena, and it's gonna be on ESPN on the undercard of Manny Pacquiao. So they kind of it's kind of like most of the time with mandatories they give you step aside money. They didn't. I don't think they would have offered me step aside money because they already knew I was going to the Boxing Super Series. So they kind of had that on me already. But they offered me this fight, which is a huge fight because I wanted to fight. I definitely wanted to fight before the tournament. That was my big plan. I definitely was gonna go into the tournament, but I wanted to fight in July before the tournament, and we won Jose Ramirez in July. But they were saying no, you can get him, and if you fight him, it'll have to be in August, which is they know I can't do that because I'm going to the tournament. So it kind of all unfolded like that, and now he's fighting, Daniel O'Connor, and I'm fighting a different opponent, in our hometown.
Okay, so you did say that you're gonna be fighting on the undercard of Manny Pacquiao, Lucas Matisse. Do you now have a kind of a working relationship with Bob Arum? Because I know this is promoted by Top Rank, or it's just something that so happened to happen, or Because I know a lot of speculation, with a lot of fighters, potentially leaving Al Heyman or just leaving the PBC, banner altogether just to explore other opportunities. So could you elaborate a little bit on that without giving too much if, nothing's, finalized and official?
Well, I'm not with Al Heyman or PBC or none of that. I'm
Okay.
signed as far as I'm promoted. I'm signed with Lou DiBella. And as far as like Bob Arum goes, no, I don't have any ties to Bob Arum. I think Lou DiBella and Bob Arum is just working together on this fight, and that'll be it, just on this fight. But no, I'm promotional contract. I'm with Lou DiBella, and I don't have any ties at all with Al Heyman or PBC. I'm signed with a group, management group called Churchill Management Group. It's actually managed by it's a few different people, but Peter Berg is one of the head people, one of the directors, big directors in Hollywood, and Mark Wahlberg is a part of the company, and that's who I'm managed by, and I'm promoted by Lou DiBella. So no, I don't have any ties to Bob Arum or Top Rank, except I think for this fight.
Oh, okay. I know you got to be excited. This will be a question. Then I let my man Bo jump in. But I know you got to be excited to be fighting at home, especially being a champion. Do you imagine? I don't know. I guess it's far out before you can say about your nerves. But do you kind of get nervous? I guess fighting in front of your hometown people, or would this be your first time fighting in New Orleans as a pro?
No, it's not gonna be my first time fighting as a pro. I fought there my fifth and sixth fight. But it's definitely gonna be my first time on the level I'm on right now. Like, I mean, I'm fighting at the UNO Lakefront Arena. That's a huge arena. It was about 11,000 people. And it's in front of my hometown. So this is. I mean, I fought in New Orleans before. This is my first time. I feel like really fighting there. When I fought there, my fourth and fifth pro fight, it was kind of just my family and friends there. But now, majority of the city know me. I can't, like, it's crazy. Now, I can't go nowhere in New Orleans without somebody know who I am. Like, no matter where I go, somebody knows who I am. So, it's gonna be big. And as far as the nerves, man, I don't know. I didn't fight that in a long time. And this is the first. This is gonna be real big. I'm the main event. In my city, I got a belt. I'm ranked number 1 in the world right now, and then in front of my hometown. So this is gonna be real big. So I'm just, as far as the nerves go, I don't know. I can't say yet. But I'll let you know after the fight.
Definitely. Go ahead, Bo.
Hey, I got a question for you, man.
Mm-hmm.
You're fighting July 14th, right?
Yeah.
You do know that Jose Ramirez is fighting 1 week before you.
Yeah, I know. I mean, like I said, man. Listen, Bob Arum is a very smart man. They didn't want to fight me.
Mm-hmm.
They know they didn't want to fight me. They could have made the fight. Me and him could have been in July, or even then, he could have entered into the tournament, because right now most of the best 140-pound fighters are entering into the tournament, and two of the 4 belts are entering right now. One of them is vacant. The other one is just a vacant belt. But Jose Ramirez has a belt, and the IBF the IBF was taken by Mikey, but that's going to be entered, and Baranchek and Yidja is going to fight for that in the tournament. And then on top of that, Relic is going to fight Edward Trowaninski or something like that for his WBA title. And so the WBO, I think Flanagan Hooker, that's still vacant. Flanagan Hooker is going to fight for that. I'm not sure what they're going to do. And, so Ramirez was the only one left out, basically, and they could have put him in the tournament, but they didn't, So, it is what it is. I thought, when people say mandatory, they're supposed to fight, but I kind of knew they wasn't going to do it. When I thought, a lot of people thought when people say mandatory, it has to happen, but, it's obvious that's not the case. You
Right.
don't have to do it, So,
I think they have a year. They have a year to fulfill that mandatory. That's one of the problems.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know, man. But it's just like, so when they say mandatory, yeah, they do it, but then they offer, if you say mandatory, all right, fight, you got to be mandatory to fight Ramirez, and then his promoter or whoever his team offers you a deal like I have right now, it's kind of hard to, it's hard to turn that down. So
Right.
they can always get out of something, no matter what.
Right.
It's always a way. it's so many loopholes in boxing, and boxing you just have to be very very strategic, and it's just how it happens,
Now,
to get out of things.
I have a question, and for you, and you said your trainers with you, so both you guys can kind of answer this one. Is your first time fighting hometown, haven't been there in a while. Uh, your preparation for this, because like you said, now everywhere you go, everybody notice you. So your preparation
Hmm.
for this fight, how do you guys maintain your focus going into this fight?
Well, I mean, I'll be in training camp. This time I'm going to LA for training camp. I'll do half in LA, half in Houston, and then I'll just go back to New Orleans. So I just, well, as far as like me, I just stay focused most of the time. I know how to stay focused no matter what's going on, because you have to win no matter what. You can have all this big stuff on the table, but if you don't win, if you don't keep winning no matter what. And I have, my big thing I'm looking forward to. I'm definitely looking forward to the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
So and if I lose, I don't think that I will be into a tournament. I don't know how that'll go, but if I lose, that I might not even fight in the tournament, nothing like that. So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think I can keep my focus. And of course, it's gonna be wild and all that stuff around me, but like I said, I won't know how the nerves feel until after the fight. I haven't fought in New Orleans or Houston in a while. The last time that came close to this, I can say, is probably when I fought in Houston. I fought Abel Ramos in Houston on the main event Showtime, and it was pretty crazy. And I had a lot of people in there too. And when I fought that, I stayed real focused, and I did what I had to do. So I think it's gonna be the same thing in New Orleans.
Now, also, you got to be. Do you believe that you're probably the heavy favorite in this tournament?
Well, yeah, I think so too. I definitely think so too. But I don't let it get to my head. I still got to go out there and fight. And it's some big, it's some big, not big names, but as far as like big names, 140-pound division, I think it's gonna be some, heavy hitters in there. And I definitely don't let that get to my head. I have to be, be focused and be on my A game, because there's a lot of people there's a lot of good fighters that's gonna enter into the tournament also. So I but yeah, of course, I saw the articles, and I definitely have to be. I'm the favorite, I think, and I think I'm the favorite also.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Big Cool.
All right. You got your opponent Juan Jose Velasco. Have you seen any footage of him? And if so, what are your thoughts on him? And what challenges do you think he may pose to you when y'all square off?
As far as I don't watch my opponents. I don't know. I just know he's undefeated. He's an undefeated fighter from Argentina. I don't know anything else about. I don't know anything else about him. But all I know is that he's undefeated. And really, that's for me. That's the only thing I really need to know. He's undefeated. He's gonna try to come in. Of course, try to come and knock my head off just like everybody else does. But I'll definitely always go in training. Go in training prepared and go hard training.
Okay. Okay. Bro.
Yeah. Okay, man. Looking at this, like you said, you're fighting another undefeated fighter. You've been on kind of a tear, kind of a run. Are you looking to hope that this tournament takes your career to that next level? Because it did wonders for like Andre Ward, and then we're seeing what's going on with the cruiserweight division. So, do you look at this tournament as, hey, this could take my actual boxing career to that next level?
Yeah, of course. I think so too. Yeah, like I said, you come out the tournament with two belts, and I think the grand prize is like you get like $5 million or something like that. So
Mm.
yeah, I definitely think it's gonna be this tournament will solidify me. Most people think I'm the best at 140 right now, and coming out this tournament as a unified champion I think it will solidify like that I'm the best, and it'll just take me to just way like a different level. Well, not a different level, but at least people know a different level. As far as like people know who I am, I think that'll it'll be like that.
Right. Now, I want to ask you this, champ, because I be following you, and I talk to you off and on. When you're training, man, you have a regimen with the way that you train that most people can say, it's kind of tough. and very extensive. Is there a particular, do you train a particular way for a particular opponent, or this is just who you are? You train your body to be ready for the war that you're about to take it to.
Yeah, it's like that for everybody. My training camps is, a lot of people, they don't see the stuff that goes on behind the scenes. My training camp is just ridiculous. Like how hard I train for fights is just crazy. It's not the fights itself. My last 5 fights over 2 years went 10 rounds a total of 10 rounds in 2 years. So I haven't been as far as like pushed. I haven't been pushed in a ring in a real fight in a long. Well, I don't think I ever been pushed in the ring, but as far as like training, it's just so hard, man. Like I kill my body. I just, it's just too hard. It was just so hard what I do in training camp, and I train like that every time around. I'm always training like that. So, I feel like that's why I'm so dominant the way I am. I'm always training for the toughest fight of my life.
Hmm. And also, your opponent, like you said, you don't necessarily watch film on them. So, because some fighters do it, some fighters don't. But when you say you don't watch film on them, is this like one of those things where, are you one of those fighters that feel that no matter how much film you watch, the only way you truly get to know an opponent is when you in that ring with them? Because you might watch film and they might do something different.
Yeah, exactly. Well, the thing is, like the film, you can just like Tyson said. Tyson's my favorite fight, and I can quote him. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face, and that's true. And it's super true. You can have all that stuff all you want, but when you get hit, everything always changes around. So and you can't, if you watch somebody on film, they can throw a certain punch, and then when they get to you, they might not throw that punch no more. You gotta be watching out for that punch that never comes, or they can fight a certain way and they just change everything around. Another thing, you can't tell from watching film, you can't tell how fast somebody is, you can't tell how awkward they are, you can't tell how hard they hit, you can't tell how durable they are. It might look like, oh, I'm gonna knock this dude out early, and then you hit it, you get in a real fight, you hit him, and it's like he don't go nowhere, or he's slow, or he's real fast, and then you get in there and your timing is, the timing is off or something like that. So for me, I just like to, I feel like the best fighters ever, the best fighters in history was always fighters that know how to adjust. And, once you know how to adjust on whatever, just anything, then I feel like, that's when you can be really good.
Okay. Big Cool. Go ahead. Ask him a couple last questions to close out the show, Big Cool.
Yeah, this is my last question for you. All right, last time me and Bo talked to you, it was before your fight against Ndongo, or you were scheduled to fight Postal, but he pulled out, so, it was Ndongo, and you wasn't the champion then. Now that you're the champion, and all eyes are on you, and everybody pretty much sees you as the overwhelmingly favorite to win the WBSS tournament, do you feel any added pressure now? Because it was always, how you always speculate, you hear, oh, well, Regis, he's the guy to do this, but now that you took that step from, contender to champion, and everybody's really talking about you. And like you said, in New Orleans and Houston, you can't go nowhere without anybody noticing you. Do you feel a little bit of added pressure to actually, live up to the expectation, not only that you set for yourself, but everybody around you, are putting on you now as a champion moving forward?
Nah, man, I don't know. Like, I just don't have, for me, I don't have pressure on me, because I just, I'm always training hard, and my whole thing is like, I know a lot of people fight just to win, but to be honest, I don't fight to win. I fight to put on the show. So I'm not going out there and try to fight. I go out there and I try to put on a show, and I going out there and try to hurt my opponent. I think a lot of fighters go out there and they think about, I'm about to just go out there and I'm about to win. No, me, I don't. To be honest, like of course. I don't want to lose, but I go out there and I just try to put on a great show every time. So, as far as I don't think I have pressure. I don't feel pressure. It's not pressure on me, because I'm gonna go out there and do what I do. I'm not about to go out there and change what I do because of this. No, I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna fight the way I fight. I'm gonna be excited. I'm gonna try to hurt my opponent. And, that's just, that's what I do. I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna try to change nothing around. It's no pressure for me.
Mm-hmm. I got a question for you, man. You've been doing, how important is it to you? Because you've been doing a lot of community work. You've been talking to the youth. You've been kind of giving back. How important is it to you to be in a position where, like you said, there are a lot of eyes on you. So now your message can be effective and heard by many and taken seriously.
Yeah, man. Well, like for me, I did a lot of that stuff in New Orleans. I haven't done anything in Houston. I did like one or two schools in Houston so far. But as far as New Orleans, like I didn't growing up in New Orleans, I didn't have that role model to look up to. As far as in boxing, in New Orleans, it was um for me growing up. Everybody always say, "All right, go to school, go to school, go to school. You go do this, go to school, you go do that." For me, I always wanted since I was young, I always wanted a big ass house. Like I always wanted to have a lot of money. And I always wanted to have just live a fucking dream life. And I'm doing it right now. But, but like in New Orleans, like my parents always say, yeah, like go to school, go to school. But y'all telling us to go to school, but y'all don't have what I want. Y'all don't have that stuff. Like if I want a big house, you telling me go to school, but we still don't live in a fucking big ass house. We still broke. So what's the point of that? And so what I'm doing, I just want to give inspiration because, like I said, well, the whole point I'm trying to make is like in boxing, I didn't have the inspiration. I had to get that inspiration when I moved to Houston. When I moved to Houston, I started training at Savannah Boxing Club, and when I was 17 when I got to Houston the second time and really started training at Savannah's Boxing Club, and I was in my junior year in high school, and so after high school ended, then after high school ended, I started training in the morning times with the pros. And, when I started training with them, it's Raul Marquez in the gym, Juan Diaz at the time. Juan Diaz was undefeated. I think he was a undisputed champion or something like that. Rocky Juarez was at the top of his game at the time. Erslan DeLaura and Riggindale and Holyfield, and then me and the Charlo twins, we all came up together and stuff. But, they definitely wasn't where they was at right now. They were still amateurs. But all these dudes, Holyfield is hitting the bag next to me, and I'm a young fighter. I'm an amateur coming up, and like I didn't have that. Like I said, I didn't have that in New Orleans. But I got to Houston, I had that stuff, the inspiration to show me like I can really do this. These dudes are just like me. When you're young and you look on TV of no matter what you want to do, you look at sports or you look at some type of entertainment on TV, sports or acting or rapping or whatever. You look at these people like they guys, and you don't think you can do it. You think it's unattainable. And when I got to Houston, I realized like that's really attainable. These dudes are just like me. I can do it. So that's why, I'm going to New Orleans because I want to be that for them. I want to do the same thing for them. Like show you like you can do it. Like they can do it too. I'm just like y'all. I put in a lot of hard work. Now I tell them, a lot of them, you don't have to be a fighter. You don't even have to be an athlete, but you can definitely do something and be good at something. And you make a lot of money and, just live out your dream basically. And that's my whole point. I'm just trying to make, like, especially to like the hood and stuff. I go to like I guess we say the urban, like the fucking the hood schools and stuff. And all the black kids, they want to be some type of athlete or something. But if you go to different schools, white kids and stuff, they don't talk about that. They don't talk about being an athlete. And I just want to tell them, you don't have to be. Everybody's not gonna make it. I went to football teams and stuff, and it's like, look, all y'all not gonna make it to the league. I'm telling you, it's just not gonna happen. Y'all all not gonna make it to the league. So but you can. All y'all definitely can make a lot of money. All y'all definitely can be rich. Put your focus into something else, and I guarantee you can be that. So like I said, to answer the question, man, I just want to be inspiration to. I just want to be inspiration to the kids. Like I didn't have that, because like I said, my mom and dad, they always preach, go to, and I hated school, by the way. I never liked school growing up at all. I went to 5 different high schools and I hated school, period. I just went to school for like, to be in a gym and play with girls and stuff. That's why I went to school. I hated school and of course to graduate. But yeah, like I just, for me, it was, my mom and them, they always say, yeah, go to school and do good in your school and stuff like that. But and you young, and of course everybody say that, and everybody around you say that. But it's like, why would I do that? Y'all don't have nice cars, y'all don't have big houses. Why would I? If you telling me go to school and all that stuff, of course not. I tell the kids, of course, definitely, go to school, but it's hard to listen to somebody. It's hard to listen to somebody saying that stuff if they don't have it themselves. It's just like if you, if a fat person is giving you advice about being skinny, it's like, no, don't listen to. If a broke person is giving you advice about same thing, a broke person giving you advice about being rich. No, you don't listen to them. You listen to people that know what they talking about. So, yeah, that's just that was all. Just I want to be inspiration for the kids. That's all. Like I didn't have. Basically.
All right, go ahead, Big Cool. Close us out, man.
Oh, that's all I have for him, man. I just want to wish you the best of luck in your upcoming fight against Jose Velasco, man, and hopefully we can do this again sometime, man.
All right, man. Cool, man. Y'all have a good one. Have a good Memorial Day. The rest of the day.
All right, man. Appreciate your time, man.
You too, Chuck.
Yeah.